York. So he asked me to fill in for him, which I'm so grateful that I get a chance to do. Today, I'm going to just go out on a little journey and going to buy a few things and share a quick devotional with you um, about convenience. So I'm going to go to the store and I'll be right back. All right. Hey, I went to the store and I want to show you something. Ah, well, I went to the store and I picked up a couple of things. I picked up 2 bottles of Diet Pepsi. Can you tell the difference between the two? They're different. They look exactly the same, but they cost different because I got them at different places. One of them I got at Walmart, and the other one I got at the convenience store down the street from my house. And you probably can guess which one is cheaper, right? The one that I got from Walmart. Because when we get things at convenience stores, it costs a lot more expensive. Um, the reason why it costs more expensive is because we pay for the convenience. So this bottle of Pepsi, I think this is the one I got from Walmart, and it was kind of inconvenient to go there just to get a bottle of Pepsi, right? The parking lot is huge, and I had to park a little bit further away. I had to walk all the way in to the store, which took a little bit of time, and found the food aisle and then where the drinks are at, picked it up and then stood in a long line, and maybe took about 15-20 minutes from when I parked to go into the store to get the Diet Pepsi, to stand in line to pay for it, and to get back to my truck. And but at the convenience store, I parked right outside the door, right? Took about 3 steps, went inside. There was a stand where all the sodas were at. I picked one up. The one I got at Walmart was 99 cents, and the one I got at 7-Eleven was $1.50. So you pay a little bit more, right? And that's the thing about convenience. It does cost a little bit more. And here where we live, if you can make anything faster and more efficient, you want to do that, right? Because that's what convenience is, because we value our time so much. But I want to let you know that there is something in life that was never meant to be convenient, and that is relationships, right? We have allowed convenience to seep into every area of our life, from how our technology makes everything faster and easier, but relationships, they never were meant to be fast, and they never were meant to be easy. That's the truth. Good relationships, anyway, the great relationships in our lives. You look at the great relationships that you have. They have taken time and effort and care to build, and they're strong, right? And it's important to understand that and value that. And so one of the ways that our relationships get strong is because we don't allow our convenience to permeate through the relationship. And there's one area in particular, and that is how we communicate with one another. The sad thing is that we allow convenience to permeate how we communicate to one another, and that devalues the relationship and the way we communicate. I'll share with you 2 ways that I have seen, even in my own life, right? How how we have allowed convenience to to seep into the relationships that we have, and especially in the way we communicate. Number one, the silent treatment, right? It's so easy to just not talk about it. Hey, speak to the head, not me, right? And then when you don't have to deal with it, it's a lot more convenient. But does the problem ever get resolved? Never does, right? And so that's one. The second thing that in communication that we just allow convenience to take over is when we communicate by yelling or telling, right? And when we yell and when we tell others off, right? Um, Believe it or not, it's a form of communication. Instead of taking the time to discuss and talk about and clarify and come to some resolution, we just yell and then we tell, and then we think that it can be over. But again, nothing ever gets resolved. And so I wanted to share with you a verse that I think is so important, and that is from Ephesians chapter 4, verse 29. It says, "Don't let any unwholesome talk come from your mouth, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen." What a great verse. This verse is filled with inconveniences. But you know what the truth is? That when we live out this value that is shared with us here, our relationships get stronger, right? Um, and the thing about the relationships that we have is that when we allow convenience to permeate and be a part of those relationships, the relationships suffer. So in the relationships that you have with other people, I hope and pray that you take the time that you need and not just hurry through, especially in your communication, the way you address one another. And finally, in our relationship with God, don't allow convenience to be a part of that, because reading the Bible, I'll be honest with you, it's not always convenient. Prayer, not always convenient. These are amazing forms of communication that God gives to us, that if we allow convenience to be a part of it, then our relationship will suffer. And then also, going to church is a way that God communicates to us, and what He wants us to do is be faithful, and in our relationship with Him. And I'll end with this verse here. It's from Hebrews 10:25. Let us not give up meeting together as some are in the habit of doing, but let us encourage one another. And so the meeting together in Bible studies and in worship is so important. And so I want to just encourage you to not allow convenience to take over this part of your life. May God bless you as you work hard on the relationships you have with each other and with God.